Freeport Medical Centre, community health at its heart. It's located at 105 Mission Road in Freeport and is dedicated to offering accessible and affordable healthcare services to the community. Their commitment is shown greatly by the services you saw on screen. And joining us this morning to share more is Dr. Rohit Das, Medical Director, CEO, founder of Freeport Medical Centre. Good morning, Dr. Das, and welcome.
Very good morning to you and all the onlookers this morning.
Well, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you on set. Dr. Das, before we get into what's happening right now at the Freeport Medical Centre, let's speak a little bit about what inspired you to create the centre.
Yes, well, Freeport Medical Centre is a one-stop type of medical facility which was established in 2006 in the Freeport area. I started my office in 2002 in the private sector, and I saw the need for growing needs for medical services. And in that regard, we started expanding, having extra facilities, ultrasound, echocardiogram, lab services, and so on. And as that continued, we had to expand because there was a great need for medical services. So in 2009, we established a CT scan department, which was one of the first in Central. Yes, and then in 2010, we established a Freeport dialysis department, which provided dialysis services for kidney failure patients.
And this is something that's critical, that we need. Dr. Das, before we get into it a little bit more, we need to learn about you, though, because, of course, you founded this. And a career in medicine, many see as like a calling. You said you were in private practice, and then you moved across to this. What inspired you to a career in medicine?
Yes. It's a long journey, and I must say I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
I would say that I am a medical practitioner, but also I'm an advocate for health care and good health care in the country. And I grew up in a rural village of Kaparu, and at that time in Kaparu, parents were very strict in the 1970s growing up and so on, and I was learned to understand the importance of community work, community service, and giving back. And at that time as well, too, your parents would instill discipline, and you just had the police officer here talking about discipline. And we, were taught how to manage time, and I grew up very strict, and I started to get involved in community work. So I founded the Kaparu Scout Group as a teenager. I founded the Kaparu Scout Group. And I also got involved in community work in the village councils and temple groups and in the sports groups and so on. And then even doing all of that, still studying very hard at Presentation College. In 1989, I won a national scholarship to study medicine, and then went on to work at the San Fernando Hospital. From there, I became a DMO for 1 year, and I realized that my desire was to be in the family medicine, and that's where I went into private practice in 2002 and started the Freeport Medical Centre then.
Dr. Das, you mentioned with the Freeport Medical Centre something that is so important, dialysis and other things that would have been CT scans, movers and shakers of that time. How has the medical centre evolved since then?
Yes. Well, when we started in 2002, we seen the need for more medical services. We started to expand, and at that time in 2002 in Freeport area, there were only two other doctors. Dr. Hamza Rafiq, you probably remember the name, and Dr. Sant, and then myself. There were only three doctors in Freeport. And the need for medical services was growing and growing very fast, and that's how we started to grow. And I realized that, my passion for helping was there, and I continued to grow and develop these services.
Now, speaking about your passion for helping and growing, we see, of course, that it was demonstrative from a very young age, from founding groups to then making waves in the Freeport community. But something that you're doing now with the Freeport Clinic Centre is something that many need access to, which are the free clinics.
Yes.
So what led you to introduce free clinics?
Yes. Well, at the Freeport Medical Centre, a lot of times we would see patients coming to us and they cannot afford services, and sometimes they have to either defer or sometimes they have to refuse services. And that is really close to my heart when I see this. And that is where I started the free clinics on Wednesdays and Fridays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Wednesdays and Fridays. And that was one of my way of, providing a commitment to help persons who are unable to afford services. And, this continued. And we also introduced a program where patients who are unable to afford will have a flexible payment plan where persons will assessed and they will provide the service, but they were allowed to pay at a later date.
It's good to see equity in healthcare, particularly as you would have mentioned, because many will say, well, we do have a healthcare system, we do, but then there are so many other things that happen. Life happens, as we say, life is lifing, and you never know what may or may not happen. Now, let's speak about your free clinics, particularly in line of services, because many times one thinks of a clinic and says, okay, well, I just go in for my checkup. What services are available to people in the free clinics?
Yes. Well, at the clinic, we provide lots of screening, and as you know, there's a lot of non-communicable diseases in the country, and we provide screening for persons with eye problems, hearing disabilities, diabetes mellitus, high blood pressure, and so on. We also provide free doctor visits. You don't have to pay at all for the doctor visit. It's free of charge. And we also, of course, offer the flexible payment plan for persons who are unable to pay for other tests. And of course, there's accessibility to the government institution in case patients would like to go there as well.
And for those of you who are just joining us, we're speaking to Dr. Dass this morning, the founder of the Freeport Medical Centre, and I'm sure you just heard something sort of piqued your interest. 673-1069 or 791-8174. You can give them a call to get some more information regarding their free clinics, flexible payment plans, and a lot of the other services that are offered. Now, interestingly enough, I know we were speaking off air about the branching out, but before we get to that, let's speak about the transformative work that you're doing with the elderly community and Wings of Care.
Yes. During my career as a doctor, I've established a few medical businesses. And apart from Freeport Medical Centre, we have also established the RD Good Health Medical Centre and the Wings of Care Home for Elderly Citizens. In fact, that is a non-profit organization, and all the fees that are paid goes towards running the center and maintenance. So we believe that the elderly should be treated, with dignity and pride, and this is what caused us to establish this institution.
And it's something that is so needed within our community at a national level. I mean, even a regional and an international level as well. So hats off to you and your team. Now, you did mention some other medical centers. I know you've also branched out into other businesses. So what would have piqued that interest? Because we know about your love for community, but to see that you've branched out so widely, what really was that driving force?
Yes. Yeah, I believe, again, it's all my love for and my passion for helping and for giving back to our country. And just to track back to Freeport Medical Centre, this medical centre presently houses 44 patients.
44 patients?
44 patients, yes. And we actually employ 25 persons. So apart from helping, we also assist with employment and giving persons employment in the community in that area for Londonville. And it was started in 2012, right? As I said, it's a non-profit organization. Apart from those medical businesses, we also established the RD Good Health Medical Centre. And RD Good Health Medical Centre is a centre focused towards women health. It's actually managed by my daughter. She's also a doctor, Dr Rohit Dass. And she have a drive towards women health and new diagnostic developments in the country, and particularly for Central. So RD Good Health has recently established a new dialysis department, and also they have recently brought in a new CT scan department, which is a 64-slice machine capable of diagnosing blocked coronary arteries. It's a new type of imaging, apart from regular angiograms, which could diagnose blocked coronary arteries. So it's something new for Central, and I'm excited about it. Yes.
That's wonderful. So really with some transformative health technology, the expertise, the giving back to the community, really pouring into one another also. Now, speaking about pouring into one another, and I must say congratulations also on your legacy. Let's talk about the She Drive, because the She Drive is quite interesting. We're looking at equity across the board, and this is at the RD Good Health Medical Centre,
yes. That also I'm very excited about. My daughter, Dr. Radha, she has came up with the idea and that drive to help the underprivileged. And we have the She Drive where we are supporting, providing healthcare and trying to empower young women in the area. And with this drive, we are collecting and then distributing women healthcare packages. So, we have asked persons in the community to make donations, and these donations can be dropped off at the RD Good Health Medical Centre, Freeport Medical Centre, and the Premium Blocks Limited. And then it will be distributed to persons who are in need of these medical services and packages.
And all the information is there on your screen. You can see these drop-off locations from, well, throughout the country, as we can see as well. Port of Spain, Arima, Chaguana, San Fernando, Freeport. Again, just pushing that drive when it comes to equity. Dr. Das, when we started the conversation, we spoke about what led you to a career in medicine. And we now see from this conversation where you have moved over the years and your legacy. When you first started, did you see this becoming what it is today?
No. I always have this passion for helping, and that's where the Scouting Association. I was well known in the Scouting arena for many years, and then I went on to community service. And in 2018, we realized that we wanted to do something different and to do something of our own. And we believe that there's always a demand for construction materials and so on. And that drove us to establish the Premium Blocks Limited, the Premium Blocks. It's a brick plant which is now manufacturing. It's actually been commissioned, manufacturing concrete blocks. Both, in fact, 3 types of blocks, the 4-inch, 6-inch, and 8-inch concrete blocks. And these blocks are, in fact, ISO certified. One of the factories in Trinidad that is ISO certified to sell blocks. And the blocks are also certified by the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards. The blocks are available throughout the country in hardwares and block mats and so on. So we are excited about that project as well too.
Dr. Das, between all of the different businesses, the projects that you've worked on, and your drive for community, I have to ask, what do you do in your free time, if you have any at all?
Yes, I will tell you something, right? I've been very active in sports, and even as a young boy growing up, I was in football and cricket for my schools. At university, you wouldn't believe, but I won a 5K, and I was second in a 10K. Yes, and I continue to exercise. I enjoy exercising, and of course, I enjoy traveling. Those are the things that I enjoy a lot.
Wonderful, and we give thanks that you're able to be with us this morning to share. Maybe we'll see a 5K in the future for the Freeport Medical Centre.
Yes. Before I leave, let me say that apart from the She Drive, Freeport Medical Centre has started to plan a family health fair and a family day in August. It's going to be on August the 15th. And at that event, we're going to be having a 5K. So I will invite you to come.
Wonderful.
I will be there. I will be taking part. And, the 5K is going to start off the day. And then during the day, we're going to have health screening, educational parts, and fun day for children, yes.
Wonderful. Well, we're marking our calendars. Dr. Das, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you very much, and I appreciate being here.
It's our pleasure to have you. Mark your calendars. It's the 15th of August. We had Dr. Rohit Das with us in studio, Medical Director and CEO and founder of the Freeport Medical Centre. You can give them a call at 673-1069 for more information. Stay tuned. The Now Morning Show will be back after this break.